Greetings. DFG here tonight, Gideonsflight. I want to talk to you about a topic that has limited many organizations from having the opportunity to grow and expand and ultimately to be successful. Also, the same subject has stunted the growth of many individuals and caused those individuals also not to grow, to prosper, and ultimately to be successful. And the thing that I'm talking about tonight, or the subject that I want to talk about, is fear. Yes, fear. False evidence appearing real. And when I think about fear and I look at how it can affect an organization, here's some things that happens. There's no trust inside the organization for fear that if I trust someone else to make the decision and they make the wrong decision somehow or another, I'm going to be accountable for it, and it could cause me or my company to go under. Yet, fear, false evidence appearing real, can be the very reason why your company is struggling, because the locks that are placed on yourself first because of your fear that will not allow you to trust individuals on your team, it limits all the creativity inside of your organization. So your resource becomes a one-man resource when you can have tens, sometimes hundreds of individuals that, if you did not fear, could generate great ideas to help your organization. So when you're looking at fear, first you have to embrace it, look at it from a standpoint in the mirror, and ask yourself the question, why am I fearing? And of course you're going to say, because I don't want to fail. Well, failure is not an excuse not to trust individuals on your team. I would tell you that almost in every situation where there's been great successes, fear had to be overcome. And once that fear was overcome, individuals were able to contribute at the highest levels. So, organizational leaders, let me challenge you on something. I want you to stop and ask yourself the question, how important is success to you? And can you get it done by yourself? Because if you can do it all by yourself, then why are you working in an organization where leadership is involved? Because you don't need to be a leader if you're only leading oneself. So if you're the leader, then your first responsibility is to put yourself off fear, if that's your mental block, to the side. And once you've done that, to ensure or encourage everyone else not to fear, to be risk takers. High risk, high reward. But if you take the approach that, no, I cannot take the chance of failing, because if I give or let go of the reins and give them to someone else, then I'm at risk. Well, then let me make one thing perfectly clear to you. You will never see yourself and your organization at the top. Now let's move along here and let's talk about individual fear. My fear, your fear. The fear that tells you that you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you weren't born into the right family, you don't have the right connections. All false evidence appearing real. Truth be told, some of the greatest accomplishments that have happened on the planet happen from individuals with very, very small, meager beginnings. In more cases than not, these individuals had very, very low ceilings, and there were very, very low expectations based off of their environment. So don't let fear trick you into believing that somehow that if I don't fall into a certain class, then I cannot be successful. Oh, yes, you can. Absolutely can. The challenge is, how bad do you want it? Are you willing to be resilient? Are you willing to be open-minded? Are you willing to tear down all biases? I'm talking about gender biases, racial biases, class biases. Move them all to the side. And then see yourself into that role. See yourself successful. See yourself progressive. See yourself victorious. Because I will tell you that if you can put fear to the side, yes, false evidence appearing real. If you can put it to the side and then put in the work, be prepared, prepare yourself, be aggressive, be assertive, know when it's time to be prudent, and know when it's time to go for the jugular. And then, if you do nothing else, tell yourself over and over and over, I'm talented enough, I'm talented enough, I can do it. And not only that, but be bold, be courageous, be willing to take risk, and understand that failure is not a death sentence. All failure is an opportunity to gain more experience, to know what is going to be necessary the next time around for you to continue to advance. So, fear. Let's get rid of it. False evidence appearing real. And let's replace it with self-confidence. Let's not let circumstances dictate to us on how high we're going to go. Let's allow our ability, our innate natural ability, drive, discipline, hunger to catapult us. And if you do that, I guarantee you, I'll see you at the top. We'll see you at the top. All right? I believe in you. I hope you believe in you. Let's get rid of fear. Let's replace it with a great word, a word that's a lot better than fear. It's the F word as well. Faith. Let's have faith that all things are possible for every individual. If you're willing to believe in yourself, you're willing to move away from the biases, naysayers, those individuals who want to tell you that you're not good enough, and focus on, I am determined, I'm qualified, I'm good enough, and I'm going to get it. Now you know. DFG, Gideonsflight. Thank you for listening.